Hello student, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss a very important and very interesting topic that will be on ratio and proportion. I hope you will understand everything clearly and you will walk with me with the whole chapter. So student, ratio is the topic that gives us idea about comparison. It has a great scope in our daily life. Most of the time we use the concept of ratio in our life without knowing about it. Most of the time when we are at the shop, we compare the object of the same kind with different material. Then this process is done with the concept of ratio. Sometimes we also compare the price of the same object of different kind. We use the concept of ratio there. Which one is precious, which one is not precious. We compare them how much the one is precious than other. So student, ratio is very important in our daily life. So we study about ratio with a great joy. So please follow me and try to understand what is the ratio. The meaning in one word of ratio is only the comparison. A comparison. And more. Just we compare the object is the concept of ratio. Just suppose that if we are given 2 kilometer, if I walk 2 kilometer and my friend walk 4 kilometer, then how much more he walk. So here we use the concept of ratio. This sign represent ratio. This sign represents ratio. Okay. If we find the ratio of these two distance, we find that when I move 1 kilometer, my friend move 2 kilometer, which means that my friend moved twice than me. So the concept of ratio gives idea about comparison. How much more, how much less. So student, I hope the idea, a little idea about ratio you get how it is defined the ratio. Sometimes a ratio can also be written in the form of fraction. This is also called a ratio. Okay, student. So here we define the ratio. We say that if a ratio x is to y is called ratio, which is a comparison between two quantity, which shows that which one is how much greater or less than other. Okay, so this is called ratio. So I hope the concept of ratio is clear to everyone. So now let us see the definition. Ratio x upon y, that is x is to y is a comparison between two quantity between two quantities, okay, by means of division. By means of division is called ratio. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities by means of division. Okay, which means that we compare two quantity with the help of division is called ratio. Now let us see in our daily life how we compare the object. Okay, just suppose that if I do a work or I complete one work, it may be anything, in 6 days. If I complete a work in 6 days and my brother complete the same work in 12 days, okay, then question arises that who is faster? Then the question is who is faster? Who is faster? From the question, from the observation, it is clear that the person who completes the work in minimum number of days is faster than that person who complete the work in maximum days. Since in these two statements we can see that the person who completes the work in 6 days is faster than that person who completes the work in 12 days. Okay, so here our answer will be first person is faster. First person is faster. But how we conclude this? How we have conclude this? We conclude this result by comparison. We compare the number of days required to complete the work. So in these two statements, we can see that one person who complete the work in 6 days, while the other person required to complete the work in 12 days, which shows that the person who requires less days is more efficient than that person who requires more days. So that here comparison is done through which we conclude that first person is more efficient or more faster than the other person. Okay. Now the next question will arise, how much faster? Then as we can see in the definition, you will find that we compare the quantity by means of division. So in order to find out how much faster, then we shall divide the both quantity like this. 6, just suppose that this is the first and this is the second, and here we compare them 6 upon 12. First person requires 6 days, second person requires 12 days. So 6 1 are 6, 6 2 are 12. So here we can see that the ratio between them is 1 is to 2, which means that, sorry, so it will be, when we solve, we get that this will be 1 is to 2, which shows that the first person have less days while the other person need more days to complete the work. So we can say that the first person is more efficient than other, and the ratio between them is 1 is to 2, which means that if we complete the work in 1 day, then the other person required to complete the work in 2 days. So we can say that the first person is twice efficient, twice faster than the other person. Okay, so I hope the concept is clear to everyone. Now let us see some types of ratio. As we know that the fraction can be maybe 3 times, but here when we read about the ratio, we find that the ratio are of 2 times. The ratio are of 2 times. Okay. The first is called proper ratio, and other is called improper ratio. Okay. Now let us see what is the proper ratio. Here, A is to B, be a ratio. A is to B, be a ratio where A is called first term, A is called first term, and B is called second term. Okay. So, in order to categorize them as proper ratio and improper ratio, we say that when first term is less than second term, then the ratio we get is called proper ratio. So here, if A is less than B, if A is less than B, then this represents A is to B, B and B are proper ratio, B are proper ratio. Okay, and in the sense of improper ratio, when it becomes vice versa, then is called improper ratio. When the condition becomes reverse, that is, if 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 first term is greater than second term, then the ratio, then A is greater than B, which shows that A is to B, B an improper ratio, then is called improper ratio. Okay, student? So I hope the category of ratio is clear to everyone. Now let us see it by some examples. If here given 20 upon 10, 20 upon 10. So when we solve it in its lowest form, we get as 2 upon 1, which gives the ratio as 2 is to 1. Okay, where 2 represent first term and 1 represent second term, and also first term is greater than second term, which means that 2 is greater than 1, and hence 2 is to 1 or 2 upon 1 be an improper improper ratio, and hence it is called improper ratio. Let's understand it once again. Here a given ratio is 20 upon 2. So in order to compare them, first of all, we need to convert them into in their lowest form. So here we convert them into lowest form. We get 0 and 0 cancelled out. We get as 2 upon 1. 2 upon 1 can also be written as 2 is to 1 or 2 ratio 1. Now from here we observe that 2 is the first term and 1 is the second term. And also we conclude that first term is greater than second term, which means that 2 is greater than 1, which shows that 2 ratio 1 is an improper fraction. Okay. Similarly, we can define the proper fraction also. So for this, now let us see the next example. If 5 upon 30 be a given quantity for which we have to define proper fraction, proper ratio. So when we simplify it, we get 1 upon 6, or it may be also written as 1 is to 6. Okay. So from here we observe that 1 is the first term, 1 is the first term, and 6 is the second term. Okay, and hence first term is less than second term, which shows that 1 is less than 6. Okay, and hence we can say that 1 is to 6 or 1 by 6 is a proper ratio, is a proper ratio. Okay students, so I hope the concept of ratio, basic idea of ratio, utilization of ratio is clear to all. How we utilize the concept of ratio in our daily life is clear to everyone. So student, if you have any doubt, then please go to the comment section and mention your problem. I'll clear in my next video. So we shall meet in the next video some with new topic. Till then, goodbye.